Melania Trump, whose real name is Melania Knauss, was born in a small town in Europe, but later moved to the White House as the First Lady. For years, people have been curious about her story and have made guesses about her marriage, life, and her quiet nature. Now at the age of 54, Melania is ready to share some facts about her past that were previously only rumors or speculation. Her upbringing was vastly different from the world she now occupies, as her father used to be a driver before selling auto parts, and his connections to the League of Communists of Yugoslavia likely benefited the family. Melania's mother Amalija worked as a pattern maker at a company called Jutran that produced clothes for communist countries. The family lived in government-run housing, but their apartment was well maintained with brightly colored walls, unlike many other dull apartments of that time. Although the Communist Party opposed religion, Melania and her sister were secretly baptized as Catholics, a common act of defiance in Yugoslavia. Melania had an older half-brother from her father's previous relationship, but she never met him. From a young age, Melania was involved in the local fashion scene, often participating in children's fashion shows, which may have influenced her desire to become a model. Melania developed a passion for fashion from an early age, learning sewing and designing skills from her mother. This hands-on experience laid the foundation for her later success in modeling. As a diligent student, she excelled academically and even served as the school treasurer. When her family moved to a larger home, it improved their living conditions. Despite growing up in a communist country, Melania was captivated by American society and saw President Reagan's leadership as a symbol of change and hope. Her interest in American and global politics was further sparked when her family gained access to American media through the launch of CNN International in 1985. Melania became more interested in Western culture, which paved the way for her future life. At 15, she moved to Ljubljana, Slovenia, to attend a secondary school for design and photography. Initially, she commuted by train, but later she and her sister permanently relocated. This move connected her with the fashion industry and set the stage for her future career. After graduating at 19, Melania studied design at the Faculty of Architecture and Civil Engineering. However, her modeling work soon took precedence and she stopped her studies. During her husband's presidential campaign, Melania claimed to have a design degree from a Slovenian university, but reporters were unable to verify this claim. Melania's journey from a small-town tailor to gracing the pages of high-fashion magazines was remarkable. Despite the competitive nature of the modeling industry, this driven young woman from Slovenia overcame challenges. She began modeling at the young age of 5, but it wasn't until she was 16 that her talent was truly recognized. Slovenian fashion photographer Stane Jurko discovered her at a school fashion show, kickstarting her modeling career. Interestingly, Melania's early passion for fashion design would later influence both her modeling work and her business ventures. Her big break came when she won a modeling contest organized by the Italian company Che, which earned her a role in a movie. Melania turned down a modeling opportunity after a director made inappropriate advances. She continued her career, changing her name to Melania Knauss and seeking work outside of Slovenia. Melania traveled throughout Europe to build her resume and gain more industry knowledge. She achieved success in 1992, placing second in the Jana magazine Look of the Year contest, which led to new modeling opportunities around the world. Melania joined with a Milan-based agency, but the partnership was short-lived. Over the next few years, Melania took on various modeling jobs that helped her develop her skills and image. One of these roles in 1993 involved portraying the first female president of the United States, which now seems prophetic in hindsight. Melania's journey to becoming First Lady began when she was just 23 or 24 years old. She had already established herself as a successful model, earning enough money to live in Paris with her friend Victoria. She continued to build her portfolio and reputation, immersed in the exciting fashion scene in Europe. In 1995, she met Paolo Zampoli, the co-owner of Metropolitan Models in Milan. This meeting proved to be a turning point for Melania. Zampoli, who also knew Donald Trump, was impressed by her potential and encouraged her to move to the United States, offering to manage her there. This opportunity led to a significant change in Melania's life and work. In 1996, at the age of 26, Melania made the big move to New York City. Zampoli helped her get settled, and she moved in with photographer Matthew Atanian, sharing an apartment at Zindorf Towers in Union Square. Like many new models, her rent was deducted from the money she earned through Zampoli's agency, a common practice in the industry. This move to New York City marked the beginning of a new and exciting chapter in Melania's life. as she stood out from many of her model friends. Because she led a disciplined lifestyle, Melania carefully monitored her diet, avoided social events, and diligently worked at her job. However, her first few weeks in the United States were challenging. Although her travel visa did not allow her to work, she still managed to secure 10 modeling jobs, earning around $2,000. Eventually, she obtained an H-1B visa, which enabled her to work legally. This time has drawn more attention, and some are questioning the legality of her early work in the US. Melania's big break came when she was featured in a Camel cigarette advertisement shot by Ellen on Unworth. The ad was displayed on a billboard in Times Square and in Rolling Stone magazine, providing her with valuable modeling experience. This opportunity arose because US law required that cigarette ads use models over the age of 25, giving Melania a unique advantage. As her modeling work continued to flourish, she moved to a nicer apartment off Park Avenue, demonstrating her growing success. Modeling not only showcased her comfort in the public eye, but also taught her how to navigate media attention. The knowledge and skills she gained would be beneficial for her later on. Melania's journey from a model to becoming the First Lady of the United States was not without its challenges. Despite her gratitude for being a US citizen, which she has often expressed as the greatest honor, her path to citizenship was intertwined with her personal life and professional work as a model in the country. In 2001, she began the process by obtaining a green card, also known as a permanent resident card, which allowed her to live and work in the US indefinitely. However, there were questions surrounding her eligibility for the EB-1 visa, sometimes referred to as the Einstein visa, which is typically reserved for individuals with extraordinary skills, such as renowned scientists, renowned business leaders, or elite athletes. Melania Trump's modeling work was her main job, despite the questions and speculation around her skills meeting the high standards required. Still, she continued building her life in the United States, preparing for the significant role she would eventually play. In 2006, Melania reached two important milestones. She became a US citizen and gave birth to her son, Baron Trump. Interestingly, this was around the same time her husband, Donald Trump, started considering running for president. Melania's path to citizenship also highlights an aspect of US immigration policy. As a citizen, she was able to help her parents, Viktor and Amalija Knauss, come to the US through a process called chain migration. This is something Donald Trump spoke out against during his presidency. Many people were interested in Melania Trump's immigration background. Although the Trump administration tried to limit family-based immigration, Melania's parents were able to become US citizens in 2018. Melania also made history as the First Lady, as Louisa Adams, who was born in England, was the only previous First Lady not born in the US. Additionally, Louisa was the first naturalized citizen to hold the position. Melania's immigrant background attracted both attention and debate. On one hand, her story seems like a classic American dream, as she immigrated, worked hard, and rose to a prominent position. On the other hand, her husband's strict views on immigration made things difficult and sometimes uncomfortable for her, as she came from an immigrant family. Melania and her son Baron retained their Slovenian citizenship even after becoming US citizens, highlighting the complexity of immigrant identities. Melania's immigration story and her experience as a newcomer to the United States gave her a distinctive perspective that may have helped her connect with diverse cultural groups and share her own journey at the highest levels of government. Her background has been both praised and criticized in relation to the US immigration system. Melania and Donald Trump first met at a party in New York in 1998, where Melania took the bold step of requesting Trump's contact information instead of the other way around. Trump was impressed by Melania's trustworthiness and provided her with some of his personal phone numbers. A week later, they went on their first date. Melania remained calm throughout, perhaps to keep Trump interested. She also noticed similarities between Trump and her father, which may have made her feel more comfortable with the new relationship. Trump and Melania's friendship had its ups and downs. They briefly broke up when Melania saw Trump's ex-girlfriend Kara Young leaving Trump Tower, but they reconciled within a week. As they got to know each other better, dating Trump gave Melania more opportunities due to his fame, allowing her to make connections and find work. Melania also found Trump to be more polite than many of the men she had met in the modeling industry. In 1999, they appeared together on The Howard Stern Show, answering personal and bold questions, which made their romance public and a turning point leading to increased media attention as their relationship grew. Additionally, Trump often took Melania to his business meetings. Melania Trump was known for her beauty, but her husband, Donald Trump, kept her out of business meetings due to his his troubled relationship with his first wife. When Trump announced his presidential run in 1999, Melania supported him, seeing herself as a traditional first lady like Jacqueline Kennedy or Betty Ford. The idea of a model becoming first lady drew significant media attention. In 2000, news of their potential breakup was a significant blow to their relationship, though they eventually reconciled. Melania obtained her green card in 2001, solidifying her status in the United States, and moved in with Donald Trump in 2002. On her birthday in 2004, Trump proposed to Melania, stating that her lack of pressure to marry made him more willing to do so, and he attributed his recent success to her. Melania Trump had a stronger relationship with her husband than his previous spouses. She discreetly backed him while maintaining her own sense of self-assurance. Melania traveled to Paris with Anna Wintour and Andre Leon Talley to search for her wedding dress, which was ultimately designed by John Galliano. The public eagerly anticipated her wedding, as she had worn the dress on the cover of Vogue. The couple got married on January 22, 2005, at the Bethesda by the Sea Church in Palm Beach, Florida. Their lavish reception at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate was planned by Melania and event coordinator Preston Bailey, attended by numerous celebrities, including singers, athletes, media executives, and TV personalities. Melania had only one bridesmaid, her sister Inez. After the marriage, the Trumps divided their time between three homes: Trump Tower in New York, Trump National Golf Club in New Jersey, and Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Melania had a spa built on the top floor of Trump Tower for her own use. They lived in close proximity but not together, as Trump preferred this arrangement to avoid thinking about the relationship when he returned home. Melania was content with this situation and cared for Trump without considering her own needs. As a gold digger, she frequently appeared at Trump property parties for a brief period before returning to their private residence. Melania didn't push her husband to learn her native language. She described herself as a wife who doesn't interfere with her husband's affairs. When she announced her pregnancy, it caused a significant stir and led to her second appearance on the cover of Vogue. She had been modeling before getting pregnant, and it was courageous of her to pose in a bikini and an open coat while pregnant. During her pregnancy, Melania focused on her family. She spent a lot of time with her sister, who moved to New York to be closer to her, and was happy when her parents visited often, as they were a great help as she prepared to become a mother. This period allowed her to reconnect with her roots and start a new chapter in her life. Melania's efforts to set up a nursery in Trump Tower showed her determination to be an engaged parent from the beginning. Her baby shower at the toy store FAO Schwartz was also an important event during her pregnancy. Melania demonstrated her social responsibility and desire to help others by requesting that all the toys and gifts be donated to a children's hospital. The birth of her son, Barron William Trump, to her and Donald Trump on March 20th, 2006, was a significant event. Donald chose the first name, while Melania picked the middle name, making it a joint decision. The name Barron had personal meaning, as Donald had previously used it as a pseudonym when posing as his own public relations agent. Melania's life changed after Barron's birth, as she spent more time raising him and attended fewer public events with her husband. This showed her commitment to being a hands-on parent and providing a safe and nurturing home for her child, even though they had a high-profile family life. Unlike many of her peers, Melania chose to raise Barron without the frequent use of nannies. Melania's hands-on parenting style, where she mainly cared for her son Barron on her own and only occasionally sought assistance, made her distinct. Melania Trump, a former model and the current First Lady of the United States, made it very clear from the outset that she wanted to be heavily involved in raising her son Barron Trump. However, her husband, Donald Trump, had stated unequivocally that he would not be participating in the day-to-day childcare tasks associated with raising a child. Melania agreed to this arrangement, although she did request that Donald refrain from changing Barron's diapers or putting him to bed at night. As Barron grew older, Melania became increasingly focused on her motherly duties and responsibilities, and she started to distance herself more and more from the public eye. This shift in Melania's priorities reportedly put a significant strain on her relationship with Donald, as he continued to maintain a very busy schedule and be heavily involved in his business and political endeavors. During this time, there were persistent rumors that Donald had started seeing other women, which understandably upset Melania. However, it was alleged that Melania remained largely unaware of the details surrounding these purported affairs, as Donald was apparently quite adept at keeping them hidden from his wife. It's worth noting that Donald Trump has a total of 4 children from his previous marriages. His first marriage was to Ivana Trump, with whom he had 3 children: Donald Jr., Eric, and Ivanka. His second marriage was to Marla Maples, and they had one child together, Tiffany. The dynamic between Melania and Donald, as well as the complexities of blending their respective families, have been the subject of much public speculation and scrutiny over the years. Despite the apparent challenges they have faced, the Trumps have remained in the public eye as one of the most high-profile couples in the world. Melania Trump's role as a stepmother and her dedication to family had a profound impact on her tenure as the First Lady of the United States. When she began dating Donald Trump, Melania quickly embraced the responsibility of becoming a stepmother to his young daughter, Tiffany, who was only 6 years old at the time. Melania made a concerted effort to make Tiffany feel like a valued and integral part of her new family, demonstrating her desire to bring the family together and create a warm and nurturing environment. In addition to her role as a stepmother, Melania also took an active interest in the upbringing and education of her own son, Barron. Recognizing the importance of cultural diversity and her own experiences as an immigrant, Melania made sure to teach Barron both English and her native Slovenian language. This not only exposed him to his mother's cultural heritage, but also instilled in him a deep appreciation for the richness of different languages and traditions. Melania's dedication to her family and her role as a mother had a significant impact on her work as the First Lady of the United States. Her Be Best program, which focused on children's health, education, and issues like bullying and drug abuse, reflected her personal commitment to the well-being of young people. Melania's desire to be a hands-on, nurturing mother was so strong that she even delayed her move to the White House, prioritizing her responsibility to her son and ensuring a smooth transition for her family. Throughout her time as the First Lady, Melania's role as a stepmother and mother was a driving force behind her initiatives and her overall approach to the position. She demonstrated a deep understanding of the challenges faced by families and the importance of creating a stable and supportive home environment, which she strived to embody both in her personal life and in her public duties as the First Lady. Melania Trump, the former First Lady of the United States, has always been known for her impeccable fashion sense and her ability to balance her public responsibilities with her personal life. Even before her husband's political career took center stage, Melania was already making a name for herself in the business world. Melania's focus on her son Barron's education and maintaining a secure family life was unwavering, even as she took on more public responsibilities. This dedication to her family was a testament to her values and her commitment to providing a stable and nurturing environment for her child. In 2010, Melania decided to launch her own jewelry line, Melania Timepieces and Jewelry, marking her first foray into the world of entrepreneurship. This venture showcased her entrepreneurial spirit and her design skills as the line was sold on the popular shopping network QVC. The collection featured a range of affordable costume jewelry and fashion watches, catering to a wide audience. Notably, Melania chose not to use the Trump name for her brand, a decision that was likely driven by her desire to establish her own identity separate from her famous husband. This move demonstrated her independent spirit and her willingness to carve out a path for herself, rather than relying on the Trump name to carry her brand. Melania's designs drew inspiration from the diverse cultural influences of her experiences living in cities like New York, Palm Beach, and Paris. The resulting creations were sophisticated and elegantly crafted, reflecting the personal style and life experiences of the former First Lady. The initial collection was a resounding success, selling out rapidly and capturing the attention of fashion enthusiasts and customers alike. Melania's exceptional fashion sense and her ability to translate her personal style into successful business ventures further solidified her reputation as a savvy and accomplished individual. Her commitment to her family, her entrepreneurial spirit, and her design skills all contributed to the impressive legacy she has built for herself, independent of her husband's political career. Melania's foray into the fashion industry was marked by an innate understanding of the pulse of the market and a keen eye for design. Her early success in the fashion realm demonstrated her ability to create a brand that resonated with the public and tapped into the ever-evolving trends of the industry. Leveraging this initial triumph, Melania continued to expand her portfolio, delving into the world of jewelry design and showcasing her entrepreneurial prowess. The launch of her jewelry lines further solidified her reputation as a savvy businesswoman with a meticulous attention to detail. Each piece in her collection was meticulously crafted, reflecting her commitment to quality and her desire to offer her clientele a truly exceptional experience. The popularity and commercial success of these jewelry lines served as a testament to Melania's keen understanding of the market and her ability to translate her creative vision into tangible products that appealed to consumers. In 2011, Melania took a bold and ambitious step in her entrepreneurial journey by launching a premium skincare line, Melania Mark. The decision to incorporate the luxurious ingredient of caviar into her products showcased her discerning taste and her willingness to invest in high-quality, innovative formulations. This move highlighted Melania's keen eye for profitable opportunities and her unwavering ambition to expand her reach within the highly competitive high-end beauty market. Melania's foray into the skincare industry further cemented her reputation as a seasoned businesswoman with a deep understanding of the market and its ever-evolving demands. Her ability to identify and capitalize on emerging trends in the beauty industry, coupled with her attention to detail and her commitment to quality, positioned her as a formidable player in the luxury skincare segment. Through her successful ventures in fashion, jewelry, and skincare, Melania has demonstrated her versatility, her entrepreneurial spirit, and her enduring commitment to building a diverse and thriving business empire. Melania, the First Lady of the United States, engaged in a fierce legal battle against a company that had violated its contractual agreement to produce her line of products. She claimed a staggering $50 million in lost sales, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to her business goals and the pursuit of justice. The details of the case were kept private, but the resolution ultimately went in Melania's favor, revealing her determination to protect her hard-earned business interests. Melania's entrepreneurial ventures were not just a passing fancy, they were an integral part of her identity and a testament to her multifaceted talents. Her jewelry line, which she eventually decided to discontinue in order to focus on her family responsibilities and her role as a mother, had showcased her creativity, business acumen, and the ability to leverage her fame and public profile to create successful and sought-after products. Throughout her entrepreneurial journey, Melania made a concerted effort to establish her own distinct brand identity, separate from her husband's, by using only her first name. This strategic move was a deliberate attempt to carve out a unique space for herself in the public consciousness, rather than being overshadowed by her husband's prominent political persona. Melania's commitment to her business ventures was not merely a means to an end. It was a reflection of her deep-seated passion for entrepreneurship and her desire to be recognized for her own accomplishments. Independent of her role as the First Lady, her legal battle, and the ultimate success in protecting her business interests demonstrated her unwavering determination to succeed on her own terms and to leave an indelible mark on the business world. The private nature of the details surrounding the legal case added an air of mystery and intrigue to Melania's entrepreneurial journey, further solidifying her image as a formidable and savvy businesswoman who was not afraid to fight for her rights and her vision. Her decision to eventually step away from the jewelry line in order to focus on her family responsibilities while maintaining her entrepreneurial spirit showcased her ability to balance multiple priorities and adapt to the changing demands of her life. Melania's entrepreneurial pursuits, coupled with her dedication to her role as a mother and her efforts to establish her own brand identity, have cemented her place as a multifaceted and influential figure who has leveraged her unique position to create a lasting legacy that extends beyond the confines of traditional First Lady roles. Michelle Obama's early entrepreneurial endeavors played a formative role in shaping her future as the First Lady of the United States. As a young professional, she demonstrated her entrepreneurial spirit and acumen by successfully launching several small businesses, each one serving as a valuable learning experience. Through these hands-on ventures, Michelle honed a diverse set of essential business skills, including branding, marketing, and design. She gained a deep, nuanced understanding of the day-to-day challenges that entrepreneurs and small business owners navigate, from securing financing and managing cash flow to navigating complex regulations and building a loyal customer base. This first-hand experience in the world of entrepreneurship provided Michelle with a unique perspective that would later inform and influence her role as First Lady. She developed a keen appreciation for the resilience, resourcefulness, and determination required to turn a business idea into a successful venture. This knowledge allowed her to empathize with the struggles of small business owners and advocate for policies and initiatives that would support their growth and prosperity. Moreover, the problem-solving skills, strategic thinking, and adaptability that Michelle honed as a young entrepreneur proved invaluable in her subsequent role as First Lady. Her ability to navigate complex challenges, communicate effectively, and build collaborative partnerships was undoubtedly shaped by the lessons she learned from her own entrepreneurial endeavors. Overall, Michelle Obama's early entrepreneurial experiences played a pivotal role in shaping her into the influential and impactful First Lady she would become, equipping her with a deep understanding of the needs and aspirations of the entrepreneurial community and the critical importance importance of supporting small businesses in the United States. Her expertise in branding and design particularly shaped her public persona in the White House, allowing her to effectively manage her image and the causes she championed. She understood the power of visual storytelling and strategically leveraged her fashion choices, social media presence, and public appearances to craft a carefully curated image that resonated with the American people. This savvy use of personal branding helped elevate the visibility and impact of the social and charitable causes she chose to champion as First Lady. Her extensive business experience not only equipped her with practical skills and industry-specific knowledge, but also gave her a deeper, more nuanced understanding of broader economic issues that would prove invaluable in her role as First Lady. Through her hands-on involvement in running her own company, she gained first-hand insights into the critical challenges and dynamics that shape the business landscape, such as workforce development, access to capital, regulatory environments, and global trade dynamics. This comprehensive perspective on the multifaceted factors driving economic realities allowed her to provide the president and his administration with informed, contextual insights that drew directly from her real-world business knowledge and entrepreneurial expertise. Her entrepreneurial background enabled her to offer a unique and pragmatic viewpoint that complemented the policy expertise of her White House colleagues, enriching the decision-making process and ensuring that the administration's initiatives were grounded in a nuanced understanding of the practical implications and real-world impact. Moreover, her versatile background and diverse skill set allowed her to navigate the complexities of the political and public sphere with a level of business acumen and strategic thinking that set her apart and amplified her effectiveness as a champion for important causes. Whether she was advocating for workforce training programs, facilitating access to capital for underserved communities, or navigating the intricacies of global trade agreements, her entrepreneurial mindset and her ability to synthesize economic, social, and political considerations enabled her to tackle complex issues with a level of depth, pragmatism, and problem-solving prowess that was truly unique and invaluable. Ultimately, the skills, knowledge, and hands-on experience she gained through her entrepreneurial endeavors prior to the White House proved to be an extraordinary asset, empowering her to make a profound and lasting impact during her time as First Lady. Her comprehensive understanding of economic forces, her ability to bridge the gap between policy and real-world application, and her strategic, solutions-oriented approach allowed her to leave an indelible mark on the administration's agenda and to champion initiatives that drove meaningful change and progress.